Hello, students of St. Matthew's. My name is Mr. Rathburn. I'm going to be the new principal at St. Matthew's. Some of you had the opportunity to meet me in January, in the middle of January, when I started here to help out Miss Tiberio. And we thought it'd be a good idea to let you get to know me a little bit better. I've had a few questions posed to me by some students that I think are commonly asked questions, so you have an opportunity to get to know me a little bit. So I'd be happy to answer some of those, and hopefully I'll do a few of these sessions throughout the summer, so you'll have some more opportunities to get to know me. One thing I want you to know, in my short time here, because I was here part-time as I also work at another school, I loved every day coming here. I was really excited to come here and to come back to school, and I'll talk about that here in a few minutes. But it was very exciting, and I can't tell you how excited I am to be the principal here. It's been a long-time goal of mine, actually, to be the principal of St. Matthew's. So I'll start with that. So prior to being here at St. Matthew's, I was a public school English teacher. I was an athletic director, an assistant principal, and then a head principal for many years at a couple different schools. I also have been a wrestling coach for, 30-some years, 37 years or so. That's been a passion of mine. I was a head coach at Hamilton Township High School for a long time, for 17 years. I was fortunate to coach a lot of very talented wrestlers that went on to compete in college. Both my sons wrestled at Bishop Hartley High School. I coached them there, and I still am a coach at Bishop Hartley. I help out when I can. I have a great nephew that'll be wrestling there this year. He's a student at St. Pius, and so he'll be going to Hartley next year. So I'm happy to be able to play a role in his wrestling career. Both my sons, Grant and Griffin, graduated from St. Matthew's. Both played sports here, and then also wrestled in junior high at Bishop Hartley, and then obviously wrestled in high school there. They both were state placers at Bishop Hartley, and just really worked hard. And I can tell you the Catholic education they received here at St. Matthew's has played a great role in their life, and it still does today. Especially with me coming back here, they ask about teachers like Mrs. Ferentz and Mrs. Booker and some other Mrs. Winneck. They had all of those teachers when they were here. Mrs. Reisbeck, Miss Nowalk. So my sons had all those teachers when they were here, and they're always ask questions about them, and so it's kind of neat the conversations we have about that. One question I had was why I wanted to be a Catholic school principal, and I will tell you that goes back to probably my upbringing with my mother. My father passed away when I was 8 years old, and so my mom raised me, and I had two brothers and a sister, but they are older than I am, so they were kind of out of the house, so I got to spend a lot of time with my mom. She passed away about 1.5 years ago at the age of 96, so I was very fortunate the amount of time I got to spend with her. But she played a tremendous role in my life as far as my faith formation, and it was very important for her that I went to Catholic school, and she really ingrained in me the faith I currently live with today. And I know she looks down on me today and is very proud that I'm here. And so that was a driving force for me to be here at St. Matthew's. Not to mention that because I spent my career 33 years in public education, I want to give back to the Catholic schools what they've done for me and what they've done for my children. So this is a great opportunity to do that, and I'm very much looking forward to it. And I owe the Catholic schools a great deal. And hopefully through your journey through St. Matthew's, you will feel the same way when you leave here, that you owe Catholic education and Catholic schools a great deal. My family, a few questions asked about my family. Married to my lovely wife, Meredith, and we have 3 children. I have 2 sons, as I said, Grant and Griffin, who graduated here from St. Matthew's, and I have a daughter, Mackenzie. All of them were outstanding students. Actually, my youngest son is a freshman at Baldwin Wallace University. He wrestles there, and he made the dean's list the first semester. And a lot of that I credit to his education here at St. Matthew's and at Bishop Hartley. My daughter is graduating from Otterbein. Actually, she just graduated from Otterbein virtually. and she is going to now go and to get her master's at Walsh University. And then my oldest son graduated from Bishop Hartley and from Baldwin Wallace University, and he is in finance. And he is actually, I'm very happy. He was living in Cleveland, and he is now going to move back to Columbus. So I'm very happy to have him back here close to us. So we all get to spend a lot of time together. And one of the other questions was what I like to do in my free time. And there's nothing that makes me happier in my free time than to spend time with my family. Although this pandemic has been a very difficult time, having my family at home and being able to sit down at the table with them on a regular basis and to spend time with them, and even going out and playing basketball in the backyard or wrestling in the family room. It's just been great having them back home and to spend time with them. So that's what I love to do in my free time. I grew up in Columbus, Ohio. I grew up in the south end of Columbus, right outside of German Village. I attended a grade school like St. Matthew's. It was St. Leo grade school in the south end. The school is currently closed. The church is still open for special events, but it is days that I will never forget. I still have friends from when I went to school there. So another question I had was, where do I like to vacation? My family and I go to Hilton Head Island each summer. We are hoping to go again this summer. I'm kind of working on that right now. I think we have a place, and if it's safe to go and we have the go-ahead and the state is open for that, we are definitely going to go to Hilton Head, and hopefully that's going to happen in July. But that's a place that we have a lot of fun. Again, just the family goes, my wife and the children, and we just have a great week together. And one of the things that's been fantastic about that is in the past with my son living in Cleveland, and he went to college also, my oldest son at Baldwin Wallace, and now Griffin, my youngest son, being away at school, and my daughter away at school. It's been an opportunity for us to come together and spend that week together. That time is very special to us. And I also came across a beautiful church there that we go to when we stay there, and that's been very nice for us to get up that first Sunday morning and go to church there. It's very different looking being on the island, but it is a beautiful church, and it's always wonderful seeing all of the people that are there vacationing still making a priority to go to church on Sunday, even though they're not at home. So that's a wonderful thing. Now, an interesting question I had from a few students, and one in particular was about, I always get questions about dress code, and one particular question came in about hair length, if they could keep long hair, because I'm sure many of the boys, especially, you haven't been able to get your hair cut because the barbershops haven't been open. So unfortunately, before school starts, now barbershops are opening. I have not been able to cut hair much in my time, but if you come in with long hair, if we need to cut it, we'll cut it. No, I'm just kidding. I would never cut your hair myself. But yeah, the hair policy will still be in place. Hopefully you'll be able to get that cut before we start school in August. I'm sure and I pray that things will continue to get better. But yeah, hair styles, hair color, all of those rules for the hair needs to stay the same. So hair has to be at that regulated length that's in the code of conduct. Finally, I guess, I know one other question I had was about pets. My family, we've pretty much always had a dog, and my wife's aunt passed away about 7-8 years ago, and she had rescued a dog in Virginia, and so we adopted that dog. So we have a rescue dog, Abby, and she is 15 years old, but still gets around very well, and we have a lot of fun with her, and we enjoy every moment we have with her because she is getting a lot older. Actually, I took her for a walk right before I came to work today. So that's a little bit about me. I want you to know, students, that we miss you a great deal here at St. Matthew's, and I am really, really looking forward to having everybody together in this building. I pray every day that that's the way our school starts next year. I know that God won't give us more than we can handle, though, so I'm confident that whatever happens in August, we will be able to deal with, but we will get to know each other. I'm looking forward to coming into classrooms and talking to you, and the younger grades going in and reading books and talking about some things that I'm going to find to be very important for all of us to come together as a community. So to you and to your parents, I want to wish you the very best. I want to wish you a great summer, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing you in August. Thank you very much.